only place to hear cheaters get busted. This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses, 101.3 KDWB.
When we think about doing War of the Roses, we look at it and we go, no, I don't want to do that one. No, that one's too crazy. Or this is just, you know what, he's obviously cheating. You don't need us. But this one we looked at and we rejected it for like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks we said, no, we're not doing that one. And then finally we said, why not? Let's try it.
I was like, I have never heard of something like this in my life. I don't know. Is this a real thing? Are we being bamboozled?
I don't think we're being bamboozled, but you'll have to be the judge as we go through this because we're talking with Leanne. Leanne, I'm going to let you explain the whole thing. What made you want to be on War of the Roses today on KDWB?
Okay. Well, honestly, I really didn't want to call you guys because I know how this sounds. It sounds insane, but I need to know. I need to know what Charlie's up to. So I'm dating this guy, Charlie. Charlie has an ex-girlfriend, Tabitha. Tabitha is a clown for birthday parties and parades and events. And when they were together and Tabitha was a clown, sometimes she would wear the costume home and they would do things while she was in costume.
Now, I want to stop you right there because if I was dating, or I always had to think about like women in the military.
Oh, okay.
If I had ever dated somebody who was in the Air Force or in the Marine Corps or in the Navy, I'd be like, you know what I want you to do? Leave those dress blues on just for tonight. Or some people might be like, I have a firefighter fetish, so I'd want him to like come in the bedroom and all the firefighter gear, whatever.
Yeah.
So I could, if I was dating a clown, honest Fallon, if you were dating somebody who was a clown, would you ever want to hook up with them in the clown makeup?
No, but I also just can't imagine that because I used to have like a horrific fear of clowns, so I just don't see that being in my life.
So he and Tabitha would hook up when she was still like with the red wig and the clown costume and the red nose and the makeup and all that stuff?
Yes.
That sounds really messy.
It's in clown role play.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Now, the role play part I wouldn't get. It's like, no, you want a balloon, little boy? See, that's creepy.
Honk here. I don't know.
So, okay, go ahead and continue. So they used to hook up with her in the clown gear. Okay.
And Charlie really liked it. So he asked me if I would consider also doing clown stuff in the bedroom. So I went on YouTube and I learned how to do clown makeup, and I was going to go on Amazon and I was going to buy some clown costume, but Charlie he said, no, absolutely not. Don't get it on Amazon. You have to go to clowncostumes.com.
Shut up. Well, everybody knows the best place to get clown costumes is on clowncostumes.com.
Hold on. I have
Not
to look
Amazon.
Hold on. I have to Google this. Clowncostumes.com.
Hold on. Fallon is looking up clowncostumes.com. She's getting a couple of ideas for the bedroom.
I click on clown store. Oh, my God. These outfits are terrifying.
Are they really?
Yes.
So,
hold
okay,
on.
she's showing me her computer. Hold on.
They look like little baby doll.
Like a Raggedy Ann kind of a thing?
I don't like it. Yep. It makes me uncomfortable.
So you got a clown costume on clowncostumes.com. You got the makeup. You got the... Tell me about your outfit, because I'm trying to picture your outfit. Red wig, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Authentic.
Sparkles, ruffles.
Yep.
Yeah, no, well, but the thing is that Charlie said that I wasn't putting enough effort into it.
Like the actual costume or the actual bedroom portion?
Oh, the whole nine. It wasn't, he wanted me to be more into it, and I wasn't doing it quite the way he liked it.
Because you're not a real passionate clown.
No.
I mean, if you go back to this other girl, Tabitha, listen, I'm not trying to like build her up over you, but if she was really into clowning,
then that's her.
Then that is kind of like somebody who's really into the Renaissance Festival as opposed to somebody whose wife made him dress up to go to the Renaissance Festival. He's going to feel kind of stupid and not really be into it.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. I want to ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Clowns have a name usually. Did he want to call you or give you a clown name in the bedroom?
Yes, he did.
What was your
what
clown name?
Dazzle.
How did he come up with Dazzle? And how did that feel to have him call you Dazzle in the bedroom. Oh, yeah, Dazzle, that's right. Give me a big smile.
Okay, number one, now I see why she didn't want to call us.
What?
Because of this.
Why?
Because this is not her thing. So now she probably feels ridiculous.
Well, you should feel a little ridiculous.
But you're dazzling us, I'll tell you that.
Jesus. Okay, so he called you Dazzle.
Yes, he called me Dazzle. He seemed so disappointed afterwards.
I have to admire you, though. You know what?
You didn't make a balloon animal out of a condom for him.
You could have done that one. I'm going to be honest with you. I admire you because I think that any time that if your partner wants to try something adventuresome, you can give them one of two answers, or actually three. You can be like, yeah, whatever turns you on turns me on, or you're sick, no way, or you can kind of grin and bear it, but that's no fun because you're trying something and they're like, hurry up and get it over with. That's no fun.
No.
So you were kind of more like the hurry up and get it over with kind of a person.
I really did. I tried to be into it.
Did you get makeup? Go ahead.
Yes, I did. I did the makeup. I would like my partner to enjoy himself in the bedroom, and he really enjoys the clown stuff, which is why I'm wondering. I mean, he really enjoys it. I'm a little worried that he might call Tabitha, or she was apparently really good at it. I'm not so good at it.
I admire you for trying, and he should admire you for trying. Honestly, I think a lot of women would be pissed off if their current partner said, yeah, here's what my ex used to do that really turned me on.
Yeah.
You should try this. Like, my ex was a blonde. She was really hot. Will you put on a blonde wig? Would you like that if Jake asked you that?
No, I would not. No, I would not.
Can I ask you one more question?
Uh-huh.
Did you have clown shoes on?
Oh, my God.
No.
No, you did not do clown shoes.
You don't wear shoes while you're hooking up. Come on. Grow up, Dave.
That is not true. Have you watched porn? Hashtag high heels? Grow up, Fallon.
These are clown shoes. They're not high heels.
All right. So you think that this guy, and his name is Charlie, might be hooking up with his ex, Tabitha, because he wants clown lovin', and you didn't give it to him. Now, I know this is kind of serious because here's a guy that you like, and you're worried he might be cheating. But at the same time, you realize that there's a lot of ridiculous kind of elements to this story.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to throw in before we take a break and make the phone call?
No. I feel pretty ridiculous right now. Thank you.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We saw the ratings, and nobody is listening, so it's okay. Leanne, stay right there. We'll call Charlie in a minute, but in the meantime, you're listening to the show. I want you to call or text me and tell me what you think. Is this the craziest fetish? If your boyfriend asked you to do something that his ex used to do, would you do it? Do you believe there's people that can be... There's people... What do they call them? Plushies? The ones who get turned on by like costumes?
It's not... What do they call furries? No.
Fuzzy. Fluffies. Fluffies. No.
Isn't it furry?
I don't know. But there are different things that turn on different people. What do you make of this, and who do you think he's going to send the roses to? Call me at 651-989-KDWB or text KDWB1. And we'll be right back to talk to you and make the phone call on War of the Roses. That music brings out like a Pavlov's dog reaction to me.
Yeah, I'm salivating.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's War of the Roses on KDWB. We're about to call this guy to find out who he wants to send roses to. But her question is, well, he used to see this girl who worked as a clown at birthday parties, and they would hook up with her in her full clown makeup. So he asked her, his new girlfriend, if she would do it too. And so she did, but he's like, you didn't do a very good job, and I can tell you weren't really into it. It was just weird. So now she's worried that he's going back to girlfriend number one, the clown, to hook up.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people with a lot of thoughts on this one. You can text us at KDWB1, 53921, or call me at 651-989-KDWB. Phone calls first. Let me grab some of those. We're going to talk to Riley first in River Falls. Riley, what do you make of this whole thing?
I think it's a little weird. I don't think he's necessarily cheating on you because he tried it. You know, if he was going to cheat on you, he'd probably just go back to the original clown.
Could be, yeah.
Go back to the original clown.
That has never been said before.
Nope, never.
Thank you, Riley. Next one, Dacia. How do you say your name? Dacia? Dacia. You. D.
Deja.
Deja.
No,
Tell me what's going on, Deja.
I think he's going to go back to Tabitha. I mean, it's nice that he did try to do it with his girlfriend, but considering that she wasn't that into it, he's definitely going to go back to Tabitha.
So he is going to cheat with Tabitha because he wants to...
I think he is if he already hasn't done it.
Deja, would you dress up like a clown for a guy?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Especially because his ex-girlfriend is already doing it. Definitely not.
That's what someone texted in. Like, never, ever would I accept someone who asked me to do something their ex did because it turned them on. Go back to your ex.
I asked Christy once to dress up as Betsy Ross.
You're so stupid. That is not true. I have a real fun fact. When I was about 21 years old, I had a girlfriend named Erica. Now, Erica wore a perfume called Tea Rose, which smelled like old lady perfume, like roses.
Okay.
And then I had a next girlfriend, and we were shopping one time for perfume for her, and I'm like, why don't you get Tea Rose? And I don't know how she knew that my previous girlfriend wore Tea Rose. She's like, I wouldn't wear that cheap S. And I'm like, boo. And that's when I learned it was probably a bad idea to ask your current partner to do something that your old partner used to do. All right, before we make the phone call, Matt, you got to say your piece. Matt from Monticello, what do you think is going on here on War of the Roses?
Number one, he needs to see a therapist if a clown does it for him. Bottom line. That's just crazy. It's out of the world. It's insane.
Okay.
Number two, why does a fetish constitute as cheating? Why is she thinking because he likes clowns, and yes, okay, fine, he did that with his ex-girlfriend. But why does that constitute that he's cheating? Just because he asked her to do it, and it didn't maybe go as well as he wanted to. It doesn't mean he's going to cheat.
You're right.
You got a good point.
Super confused on this.
I think because she's worried that she didn't do a good job, it's kind of like, oh, right, if you really like tall guys, and now you're dating a guy who's not maybe as tall, and all you talk about is like, oh, tall guys turn me on. I think that then the guy would be like, well, is she like seeing talls behind my back?
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Let's find out right now. By the way, thank you, Matt. We appreciate you. Let's make the phone call on War of the Roses and find out who he's going to send the Wars of the Roses to. And then right after that, we've got Star Party tickets. So hang on. Lots coming up on KDWB.
So, Charlie, we're going to send off a dozen long-stem romantic roses by end of the day, and I'll need a name from you. Who would you like to receive these roses?
Wait, what is this exactly?
Just for the time you took out of your day to participate in our survey a moment ago, we want to give you a nice little incentive. So we're going to send out a dozen long-stem romantic roses today.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything else or anything?
Nope.
You're just gonna,
just that
do that
survey. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
So I need a first and last
you'll
name.
send some roses for somebody?
For sure, today, yeah.
I don't have to pay or anything?
No. It's our way of saying thank you. Just give me a first and last name of the recipient.
Okay. Her name's Tabitha. Tabatha.
Okay, I think I can spell that one. And if you want to attach a card to the flowers, you can. What would you like that to say?
Anything?
Yeah.
All right. I just say honk. HONK.
I'm sorry.
You can't keep it together at all. Be a professional. Think of your days in Oklahoma.
Go ahead.
No, it's too late now. You already ruined it. You're right.
What?
Charlie, this is not your cable company. This is actually a radio show here in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis. I know you don't live here, but it's called the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show, and your girlfriend wanted to have you on the radio because she told us about your clown fetish, which is all becoming a reality with your honka-honka.
No. No. What do you mean clown fetish?
Well, let me try to help you out a little bit here. Leanne told us about it, Charlie, and she gave us kind of a detailed description. And Leanne is actually listening into the whole thing right now.
No. No, I don't have a clown. No.
That's not.
No, it's a joke. You don't get it because you're not funny. It's a joke.
Okay, I don't think. Wait, Leanne, it doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not funny. I know that. But Leanne, you just heard Charlie send the flowers to his ex-girlfriend.
No, that's why it's a joke. You don't know. You guys know. You.
Why would you?
Leanne, is Leanne listening? Can she hear me?
Charlie. Charlie?
No.
You've been
What?
You've been caught. You're caught.
No.
You sent flowers to Tabitha.
It's a joke. You don't get it. No. Leanne, please. Can we talk about this? I don't even know what's happening. Some people you just call me and like now I'm. No, can we just talk about this without people being on the phone? Because I need it. It's just a joke. I'm just kidding.
Charlie, stop. You know what? This is what's going to happen. I'm coming over. Don't be home. Leave the house. Because I'm going to get my clothes, and I'm going to get my toothbrush, and I'm going to get my phone charger, and I'm going to get...
Your phone charger? That's my phone charger.
Okay, I'm not really sure whose phone charger, but you got other things to worry about than whose phone charger it is.
To be fair, usually you lose phone chargers more than you lose ponytail holders. I
wasn't sure if I wanted to play this in the background.
actually did want that. Thank you.
Okay, nobody could get in the mood while listening to this discordant,
Speak for yourself.
awful, minor key, awful.
I am so honey now.
Wow.
Let me juggle those balls.
Six to
Steve,
midnight.
grow up.
You can't say that on the radio.
Yeah, Jenny.
My God, I want you to take ownership of what you just said.
Yes, Steve.
I didn't say anything, Fallon.
Okay, I got a bunch of text messages and a bunch of phone calls. No, there's a text message at KDWB1. It says, "No way on God's green earth would I participate in that one."
No.
Somebody else says, for somebody with a clown fetish, the dude wasn't funny at all.
No.
It's amazing when people from other states go on War of the Roses. That is true. Well, here's the problem with War of the Roses. We've done it here for so long. Almost every guy in Minnesota hears about it. That's why we give it a rest during the summertime. People are like, why do you take summers off on War of the Roses? Well, because we need to kind of let people forget about War of the Roses because they hear it on the radio and then like they get a phone call that afternoon from somebody who's going, "Hey, I'm from your cable company and I'd like to take your survey."
Here's what I want to know.
What?
Because we're getting people that are quoting so many different things. What was your favorite part of that? Because it could have been the fact that just the clown fetish.
Yeah.
Could have been that her name he gave her was Dazzle. Some people like the card that just said honk. Some people like the phone charger. So which part was the highlight for you?
Or the overall fetish and the fact that, you're forgetting another one. He wouldn't let her order the clown gear off of Amazon because they don't have good clown gear. He made her go to clowncostumes.com.
It's a legit site. I like
I haven't seen
where
that.
you get the really good stuff.
Is it terrifying? Is it supposed to be cute?
Yeah, it's like legit.
Oh, no.
So like they look like Raggedy Ann, like baby doll outfits. It's so creepy.
I feel like Dave now, where I kind of feel bad for anyone that's because it's a lot of times older person that's into clowns and they're just trying to bring a little bit of joy.
Yeah,
they're bringing.
This isn't to turn on.
I know
clowns.
that, but
no, and I think it's true. You see like an old lady or an old guy who's worked on a clown car that he drives in the Chanhassen 4th of July parade.
It's adorable.
And then he drives by and he does it for fun and he's retired and he worked really hard on the car. And people are like, "Yeah, clowns are disgusting." And it's like, no, they're only disgusting because people told you they're disgusting. Some people, I get it. Some people are afraid of clowns. All right, but back to it. Somebody says best War of the Roses ever. Another one says via text message, they love your comment about juggling the bizzles, Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
And another text says, it wasn't until after he was with the clown girlfriend that he was into this. I'd be upset if he wanted to do it, and I would be disappointed that I didn't do it good enough. But if he dated Tabitha because he had things for clowns already, then I would try it. Okay. Kink shaming. Somebody else says kink shaming.
Dave, a lot of people are voting that they actually like the part where he's like, "You don't get it. You aren't funny," to you. So that is a highlight for them.
There was a lot of highlights in that one. It's kind of like repeating lines from your favorite movie. It's like you tell me a movie like Ace Ventura's got a lot of repeatable lines in it.
It does.
And in that War of the Roses, it had a lot of things. We had to have the top things that are notable in that War of the Roses.
Oh, there's too many to even. Yeah, but we could do that. Text us the ones that are the best ones, and we can get together a little.
Well, there's everything from the card that says honk. Okay. There's the fact that he wouldn't let her get her clown gear at Amazon because they don't have good clown gear. There's the fact that there's a clown fetish at all.
Did you say the cell phone thing?
The cell phone charger.
Yeah.
When he says, "That's my cell phone charger."
Well, that is annoying. I will say that because I only have 1.5 cell phone chargers right now. And if I had to leave and Chrissy's like, "Go," I'd be like, "No, that's my cell phone. That's $20 I have to spend."
All the things in the house, that's the one thing Christy can't take.
That's the one thing.
If you get a divorce, You can have the dogs and the kids.
Yeah.
But she wants that cell phone charger.
Yeah, I
Not
think
on my
so.
watch, yeah.
All right. All right. We got a ton of texts on this one. Thanks. I'm glad you liked War of the Roses. If you missed any of it, it'll be on tomorrow, the Friday morning replay at about 6:20 on KDWB.